Hello, y'all. It's me again. I know it's been a while since I've made a video like this, but it's also kind of because it's been a while since I felt like I need to make a video at all. I've been really busy with school and life and figuring stuff out. I finally got my college degree in filmmaking, baby, so you know that that's not going to be put to use anytime soon. I'm kidding. But I've been just living, taking in this very intense year so far, but that's not why I'm here at all. As a matter of fact, I'm here to put y'all on. Now, what do I mean by that? I don't want to go too into it because there's already a video that explains everything amazing about what this is that I'll be talking about. And to elaborate, I'm talking about little mini series created by Matt Johnson and Jay McCarroll, who are both Canadian creatives that worked on a web series in 2008 called Nirvana the Band. Naturally, they came out with a TV show on Viceland in around 2017, I believe, called Nirvana the Band the Show. And after all this time, we finally got Nirvana the Band the movie. Now, I want this to kind of be somewhat of a review, but also me expressing why I think this film matters. Let me begin. So, I've been a fan of this TV show and this mini series for a while now. I believe I discovered it back in 2018, maybe 2019, not too long after a film reviewer who I watched religiously at the time, Your Movie Sucks. Shout out to Adam from Your Movie Sucks. He's the G, love him. He talked about this show on his YouTube channel. You could watch his video to see why the show is so amazing. I'm here to talk about the movie. What makes this movie so amazing is that for me, I've kind of been waiting for a continuation because without spoiling it, season 2 kind of ends on a cliffhanger, and I wondered where they were going to go from there. Such a crazy way to send off the show. Where is it going to go? What is it going to do? Season 1 kind of had a similar cliffhanger, but season 2 has this funny resolution where you're wondering where is it going to go next. And I'm happy to say that this film wonderfully kind of has nothing to do with it. They kind of do their own thing in this film, and I found that to be really refreshing. Let me explain to y'all how I was able to watch this. I'd heard some rumors spreading around Twitter that people were saying that the Nirvana the Band the Show, the movie, was going to get an official release distributed by Neon, who's doing a fantastic job right now with their films. And they were saying that one of the screen unseens for AMC was going to be this movie. I didn't think much of it. Oh, this is going to be a bit of a problem, huh? I can I did that work? I apologize. So that might happen a few times. Let me just keep rambling. Why this is so important to me is because it's one of the most original creative ideas that has been out there in terms of storytelling. In a day and age where movies feel more corporate and trying to get your attention as much as possible while being a spectacle, I'm going to be honest, as much as I've enjoyed going to the cinema these past few years, and there have been some fantastic films that told some fantastic stories, it's been a while since I've been really excited to watch a movie. Even some of my favorite movies that I'd seen in theaters, I've always had excitement, but it's been a while since I felt that sort of childhood excitement that I've been waiting for this movie forever and I want to go watch this. And I felt that with Nirvana the Band the Show the movie because they were touring in cities for a while showing this film, different cuts of the film, which I'm very curious to see what has changed and what was kept the same. But same film overall, and a lot of the people who went to watch it said they loved it. Some of the people who watched it didn't know anything about the show, and I'm an avid fan and enjoyer of the show. I binged the web series during COVID. I was watching the show as it came out. I think I got into it not too long after season 2 came out. And I remember having no way to watch it other than bootleg web rips when it aired on Viceland in Canada. Season 2 is not even officially out in the US. So getting into the show would be kind of tough for any newcomers. And where would you access that? I'm glad you asked. Hopefully this does not get taken down by the time I post this, but if you go to the bio in this video, there will be a Google Drive link that someone graciously put on Reddit that has not only the web series, but the television series, special features, interviews, basically anything involving Matt Johnson. But if you want to prepare yourself for what you're about to see in this film, I do advise you to try to watch the TV show, seasons 1 and 2. There's only 2 seasons. 20 minutes per episode, and I believe it's at most 8 episodes per season. So it's not too much of a commitment. If you're into something like this, you're going to find yourself enjoying yourself a lot more while watching this in theaters because it references a lot of moments in the show. But yet again, you don't have to be a fan or seen the show to enjoy it. I went with my dad to go watch this. He had no idea what he was getting into, and he overall really enjoyed himself too because of the subtle references to some of the 80s stuff, the 90s culture, the overall absurdity of it all, and the fact that they used real reactions to sort of write their story as it went along. There's, without spoiling it, a lot of stuff for avid film lovers and fans of the web series that, in the most simple way possible, to quote IGN, it has a little something for everyone. And it had a lot for me, and I was endlessly entertained. And I think anyone who's an avid fan of films, is a nerd who hasn't geeked out for anything in a while, do yourself a favor and give Nirvana the band a chance. Go watch the show in any way you can. Support it. I know season 1 is available to purchase on iTunes in the US currently. But if you don't have the money, or if you just want to watch the TV show, I don't think the filmmakers are that against watching it in any means possible. So go on that Google Drive link and watch the televised or the original uncensored versions. You're not missing out on either of those versions. Either are very acceptable. Watch the uncensored if you can, but if you can only watch the televised broadcast versions, you're still catching the show as it is. It's just such a fun story and silly little web series that really took my mind off a lot of the serious stuff that was happening when I revisited it in 2020. And, in the glorious year that we're in right now, 2026, a lot has exacerbated, and without getting too deep into it, a lot has happened this past year and a half. It's been a while since I felt this much joy and I've geeked out this hard watching any film at all, and being excited and knowing that this was going to be the secret film to show in theaters, and seeing that neon logo at the beginning. A childhood sense of joy came over me that I haven't felt in many years, and I would hope to share some of what that experience gave to me to the rest of you. And there's a very good chance that you might watch the film, you might watch Nirvana the band, the show, or the web series, or the clips, and it might not be your thing. And if that's the case, then that's the case. But if I can inspire anyone else to go out of their way to give this little weird Canadian web series and this story and these characters a chance, I'd say go for it, because what have you got to lose? I feel like there's a lot to gain from the experience of being a fan of Nirvana the band, the show, and I seriously had one of the funnest times I've ever had in a cinema with people who had no idea what it was, and they enjoyed themselves. They were laughing, they were cringing, they were all enjoying it, and no one got up and left, and people just sat there and enjoyed it, all for different reasons. So do yourself a favor and try to go watch this. If I had to give it a rating, though, I would give it a 9 out of 10. There's a few flaws with it, very few. There's a bit of continuity errors. There's some inaccurate time stuff that happens, but it doesn't really detract from the experience because the experience is crazy enough itself. And if you like Nirvana band, the show, and if you're able to watch this movie in any way you can, and you're a fan of that, do yourself a favor and go into the rabbit hole of Matt Johnson's filmmaking career, because this guy, I think, is one of the most talented filmmakers out there currently. And I'm comfortable enough with calling him a genius, and I thought this was a genius work of fiction. I absolutely loved it. Highest 9 out of 10 I could give anything, but the score doesn't matter because my enjoyment of this was a fucking 20 out of 10. I loved what I saw. I'm really glad my dad was there to see me geek out to it, and I even talked to some people afterwards who heard me geeking out and wanted to know more, and hopefully you're going to get into it because of that. So yeah, it's been a while, but I needed... Damn. Yeah, it's been a while, but I needed to get back and share this with y'all and just geek out over something I've been really passionate about for quite some time now. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope y'all are doing well. It was really, really good to get back on camera and to hopefully edit this in the next 12 hours before I have to go to work. And yeah, I missed y'all. So with that being said, stay safe, stay awesome, and go watch a movie. Go watch Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie, and get into the series if you can. And if you like it, let me know what you thought. And we'll see y'all in the next one. Maybe. And peace. Stay safe out there, y'all. It's hard times right now, but remember, you're loved and you're important. Okay, cool. Whew. All right. We're done. Shut this fucking light off. Oh, I did that for a bit. That was a bad idea.